Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We would like to extend our warm greetings to the Honorable Mr. Dodi Tirtana ME and to all viewers watching this presentation. We are Group 10 from Class D, and in this video we're going to present the result of our research titled The Impact of GRDP High School Graduate Participation and Minimum Wage on Unemployment in 6 Indonesian provinces from 2018 to 2023. This study was carried out by Sinta Nurliah, Muklas Nuryadin, Karina Rahma Ayudhya as myself, Rahmat Fauzan, and Rafli Rizky Mukyana. Let's begin with the introduction. Unemployment in Indonesia remains a significant serious concern, especially among the productive age group. This issue is mainly caused by the gap or a mismatch between the skills of job seekers and the actual needs of the labor market or industries. In addition, economic slowdowns also reduce opportunities in labor-absorbing sectors. As a result, not all segments of society can equally directly enjoy the benefits of economic development.
To research methods. This study employs a quantitative approach based on panel data, combining time series data 2018 to 2025 and cross-sectional data 6 provinces in Indonesia, namely Banten, DKI Jakarta, Central Java, Aceh, and West Sumatra. The analysis model used is the random effect model to capture differences between provinces and years. The variables in this research include the unemployment rate as the dependent variable and GRDP, labor force participation of high school graduates X2 and provincial minimum wage X3 as the independent variable. 1. Approach quantitative panel data time series 2018 to 2023. Section 2. Model random effect model. Dependent unemployment rate 3 variable independent X1 GRDP, X2 high school graduate participation, X3 provincial minimum wage. 3. 1. Classical assumption test. The classical assumption tests are crucial steps that must be conducted before performing multiple linear regression analysis, especially when using the ordinary least squares OLS method. In the OLS method, there is only one dependent variable, the one being influenced, but there can be more than one independent variable, the one influencing. Before the analysis can be considered valid, there are typically four types of classical assumption tests that need to be conducted. One of them is the normality test. 2. Partial significance test. The partial test statistic is used to determine the individual contribution of each independent variable by testing whether each regression coefficient of the independent variable has a significant effect on the dependent variable.
Let me introduce myself. I am Sinta Nurliah. Here I will explain. 3. Simultaneous signification test or F-test. The F-test is used to determine the significance of the simultaneous effect of the independent variables on the dependent variable. If the probability value of the F statistic is greater than 0.05, the effect is not significant. However, if the probability value of the F statistic is less than 0.05, the effect is significant. Next, there is 4. Test coefficient of determination. The coefficient of determination is used to measure how well the model can explain the variation in the dependent variable. The R-squared value ranges between 0 and 1, and R-squared value of 1 indicates that 100% of the total variation in the dependent variable can be explained by the regression model of the independent variables used. Next, regression analysis. The panel data regression products the following equation: equals 316 x02 plus 000 x71 x1 minus 014 x038 x2 plus 0045449 x3. The R-squared value of 0.51 so that the model explains 51% of the variation in the unemployment rate. The simultaneous test yielded the probability value of 0.00037 less than 0.05. meaning that collectively GRDP, high school graduate participation, and the provincial minimum wage have a significant impact on the unemployment rate.
Normality test. Based on the result of this test, it can be concluded that the data is normally distributed. This can be proven by the ZB test probability value of the 0.6322424, which is a 5% multi-collinearity test. Based on the 5 multi-collinearity test result, it can be concluded that there is no multi-collinearity problem from the tier independent variable used. This can be seen in the centered 5 value of the 3 independent variable. Heterogeneity. Based on result of the heterogeneity test with the Glaser test, it can be concluded that there is no heterogeneity problem in regression model used. This can be seen in the probability value of observed squared of probability of each independent variable 5%. Autocorrelation test. Based on the autocorrelation test with the LM test, it can be concluded that there is no autocorrelation in the model used. This is independent by the proof C-square of 5%, 0.05. Thank you.
My name is Karina Rahmaidia and my NPM is 204. After reviewing the classical assumption test, let's now take a look at the result from the regression test. The first one is t-test or partial significance test. Looking at the result from the table, the probability values for GRDP or X1 and senior high school graduate participation or X2 are both greater than 0.05. As we can see from the table, because X1 equals 0.0960 and X2 equals 0.5478, this indicates that individually neither of these variables has a statistically significant effect on the unemployment rate. Moving on to the next test, the F-test or simultaneous significance test. The F-statistic shows a probability value of 0.000037, which means it less than 0.05, which tell us that when considered together, GRDP, high school graduate participation, and the provincial minimum wage have a significant impact on the unemployment rate. Lastly, let's take a look at the coefficient determination or R-squared based on the result. The adjusted R-squared is 0.464484, meaning that the independent variables explain 46.44% of the variation in the unemployment rate, while the remaining 53.56% is attributed to other factors not included in the model. And next I will discuss the effects of the 3 independent variables on the unemployment rate. The first one is the effect of gross regional domestic product or GRDP on the unemployment rate. GRDP reflects the level of economic growth in a region. In theory, when GRDP increases, economic activity also rises, which should create more job opportunities, and this reduces the unemployment rate. However, based on the result of the partial test or t-test, it was found that the GRDP variable had a probability value of 0.0960, which is greater than the significance level of 0.05. This means that statistically, GRDP does not have a significant effect on the unemployment rate. The second one is the effect of senior high school graduates' participation on the unemployment rate. This finding suggests that many high school graduates who lack the skills required by the labor market. As a result, even with a higher level of education, they still face difficulties in securing employment. This leads to a phenomenon often referred to as educated unemployment, where individuals possess educational qualification but remain unemployed due to a mismatch between their competencies and job market demands. The third one, and the last but not least, is the effect of provincial minimum wage on the unemployment rate. While intended to protect workers, a high provincial minimum wage can burden businesses and reduce employment opportunities. Although the p-value was not detailed, the F-test showed that the provincial minimum wage, along with other variables, collectively affects the unemployment rate significantly because, as I explained previously, P equals 0.000037, which means is less than 0.05. This variable also passed classical assumption tests, indicating reliable data. That was all for me. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Rahmat Bojan dengan NPM 233401214. Conclusion. The analysis was that while the gross regional domestic product atau GRDP did not really show reduced unemployment, it does not have statistically significant effect based on test result. Similarly, the participation of senior high school graduates does not significantly impact unemployment, indicating a skill mismatch that leads to educated unemployment. The provinsi minimum wage atau PMW intended to protect workers from low wage can burden business if the too high, particularly small and medium enterprises, potentially reducing employment. Overall, although no variable has a significant effect individually, collectively the three variables significantly influence the improvement, replacing the complex and relationship between economic growth, education, and labor market policies.
That concludes our presentation. We hope this research provides valuable insight into the factors influencing unemployment in Indonesia, especially the roles of GRDP, education, and minimum wage. Thank you for watching, especially thank you to the Honorable Mr. Dodi Tirtana ME for your guidance and support through this project. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.